afternoon and welcome down to WDiMT MuleTown. As always, this is your captain speaking. As you can see from our Storm Tracker Doppler radar, things are looking pretty good for the moment. We are picking up a little bit of possibly some real light rain, maybe some cloud clutter, what we call ground clutter there around the Columbia Murray County area. So wherever you are in the Middle Tennessee area, it is looking pretty good today weather-wise. That may change a little bit later on in the evening. So currently it is 61 degrees live from Sunnyside, with a gentle wind about 3 miles an hour from the south. Pressure is 29.60 and falling. Dew point about 52 degrees Fahrenheit. And so far today, no measurable rain or lightning strikes in the area. So I just wanted to do a quick update for you all today. I've got some of the model guidance that we talked about and some of the things from the Storm Prediction Center for next week that we can cover real quick, and our chances for tonight as well. So we may see some thunderstorm activity, but we do not expect that to be severe. But I've got that model loop for you ready to go, so we will hop right on into it. So today, about a high of 63, so just about where we're at right now at 61 degrees here in MuleTown. Decent possibility of some rainfall today for most all of the mid-state, about 80 to 100% chance, just depending on where you are. Looks like it's more likely north of 40 there. That's what we're seeing on our Storm Tracker Doppler radar view as well. Tonight, about the same, increasing to that 100% chance of seeing some storms. Again, should all be sub-severe, but just in case, make sure you have a way to get warnings or advisories or whatever from the National Weather Service, or obviously from us here at WeatherTown in MuleTown. Tomorrow, Friday, looks to be pretty nice, actually. So high of 61 again, mostly sunny, partly sunny, just depending on where you are listening from the Volunteer Mid-State area. So here is that promised radar loop for tonight. So it starts at about 8 a.m., 7 a.m. this morning, rolls throughout the day there, timestamps up in the top left center-ish. So may start seeing some fall showers about 2 to 4 p.m. area, but then you see some of those heavier bands of red and yellow coming in there on our model guidance. May hear some thunder with those storms, but again, we do expect all of those to be within the sub-severe limits. So this is the big thing we wanted to talk about. So this is the Storm Prediction Center's Day 7 outlook. So Day 7, Wednesday into next Thursday. This is the one that we've been eyeing there. And you can see we're about the 1 out of 2 risk there, as indicated by the bottom right corner. So 15% risk area for most of Tennessee, northern Alabama, northern Mississippi, the very northwest corner of Georgia, most all of Kentucky, and then some of the southern parts of the Great Lake states over into Missouri and Arkansas. So this is the big question. Obviously, we talked about this. If you didn't see the post, I have all of this up for my visual folks on the page as well. The medium range models are showing a powerful mid to upper level jet trough coming into the central U.S. by late Tuesday into Wednesday. We may see some storm activity, probably closer you are to the Tennessee River, the western end of the state, on Monday, Tuesday, but that one is still a little bit more up in the air. So expecting some pretty decent winds aloft with this, and from the model guidance, if it is to be believed and be correct, we may have some pretty strong lower level winds and helicity with these storms. This refers to the amount of twist, basically, that these storms will have. So any strong storms could become severe with this line that we'll be seeing when it comes through. So far, run to run, the continuity in the models is such that there's an increased confidence in the introduction of said 15% severe risk, with the expected eastward progression of the trough across the area on that Wednesday into Thursday overnight area. So basically, the Storm Prediction Center is still holding off on the possibility of additional risk area farther east or increasing our area to the 30%. But with it being outside of their normal 1 to 3 day outlooks, the 7-day graphic that we have here is significant within itself. So they felt the need to go ahead and get that out in there, and we'll obviously be watching it just as closely as it gets closer to next week as well. So here is one of the longer range models. Timestamps again starting about 9 a.m. and that actually goes in 3-hour increments. That's why it's a little bit more jumpier looking. But you can see that we expect that weather to start coming through maybe around the 6 to 9 p.m., clearing out around the midnight area right now. Again, cannot stress the right now part enough because this is long range model guidance. Once we get into about 48 hours out or so, so maybe the end of this weekend into Monday, Tuesday, we should have a lot better look with some of the models like HRR and the WRAP model that allow convection and take in the most current and most bestest conditions and extrapolate those out hourly and see what we may be looking at. So again, right now, things pretty quiet across most of the mid-state area. We see some rain up there to the north, and that is what we showed you earlier that we do expect to drop down to the south. Just wanted to go ahead and make you all aware of what we had going on and what we've got going in the future. So, had some questions about air travel and some things like that being impacted on the Tuesday, Wednesday storm. It's possible. Never want to try to forecast or prognosticate as to what the airlines or government offices or anything like that will do as far as school closures. They're all within the realm of possibility, but cannot say for sure with any certainty at the moment. So, looks like, yeah, it as far as school times go, just looking at the comment section here, it may be raining. It may not be just a complete downpour, but there could be some precip in the area. So if you do have any questions you want answered, anything like that on your mind, go ahead and throw that in the comment section, and I will get to it in just a moment. Obviously been a crazy morning with all of the cell service impacts and things that we've been keeping you updated on there as well. It sounds like, just from looking at some of the outage trackers and from hearing from you all, that most of the cell service is being restored or will be restored soon in our area. So definitely good news there. We did get confirmation from our friends here in Murray County that the 911 equipment specifically on their end was not affected. It was just on the cell user's ability to potentially contact them. So there were no outages or interruptions in the 911 system, luckily here. So that's definitely good news. And from the sound of it, the FirstNet, the specific first responder network that AT&T does, was only partially impacted as well. Some users did see service interruptions and some did not. So don't know exactly what's going on with that there. Just keep an eye on the page. We'll keep you updated if we ever do get any causes or statements from the carriers. Just a weird situation overall this morning. But other than that, that is about all I've got. I'm going to have to argue with Facebook again because they're blocking my national anthem again, even though I won the last dispute that I filed with them. So really getting tired of that. So if you want, always, you can join us on YouTube. We're up over 1,000 subscribers there as well. So appreciate that. Awesome work to all of you. Video quality is better on there and I can kind of do what I want. So Facebook is a pain in the butt sometimes. And now's one of those times. So as soon as I get off here, I'll go argue with them. But other than that, if you have anything, go ahead and throw that on the comment section. I'll get to it eventually. But I just wanted to give you all that quick update as far as all of that goes. We'll be keeping you updated as well as the event gets closer, and I'll make sure to post all of the things that I'm using here in the stream to the page. Most of them are already there, but obviously as those updates come out, I'm not going to go live every time. Just want to keep you all updated, but definitely look out in the near future, maybe like I said, the end of the weekend, definitely into Monday, Tuesday, we should have some good ideas about what to expect. Yeah, David's got a great question. So definitely a bit too far in the future to be able to determine. But he says, are we looking for Wednesday, looking at a linear storm mode or more discrete cell setup? Great question. So right now, I'll go ahead and run that GFS graphic again. So right now it's looking like it will be a linear mode for the most part. The question is always if there will be any pop-up storms that precede that linear mode that could go to supercell status. That is a great question and not really anything that we can tell for 100% as far as the long-range models go. But you can kind of see just how broad that is as far as the colors represented by the simulated radar reflectivity. And then I'll go ahead and show you the HRR model again for tonight, and you can see how much more defined it is. We can see the individual little blobs and what could possibly be supercells, and that's what we'll be looking for as the Wednesday-Thursday event draws closer. So right now, the best thing that we can gauge from the longer range models is roughly what time it will be. And so again, it's looking like it will probably be around the 6 p.m., 9 p.m., maybe clearing out by midnight time frame going in from Wednesday night into the overnight hours on Thursday morning. So that is the best guess right now, David. Sorry, can't be any more specific than that. It's just one of those things where we don't quite know yet. So, but we should have a lot better idea of what to expect by Tuesday for sure. Maybe put something out this weekend because I know people have a little bit more time to be available and watch the stream. So look for that. We'll call it Sunday night, and for sure by Tuesday evening we'll get something out, and that way we'll have it pinned up to the page so everybody can watch it whenever you have time. So appreciate that big money as well, Luna. Appreciate that, always helping us keep the lights on around here. You can always do the Facebook stars, and we also have our Cash App pinned to the top of our bio section as well. It'll take you straight to it. Scan the little QR code and send us some love. We always appreciate that, and we always appreciate all of you. So that is all I've got for today. You all stay dry, stay safe. Hope your phones are working, and we'll see you next time.